Okay, there was methods to our madness for who got what weapon. But I don't think we changed names or anything. So the luck going with... We brought 2 lucky survivors. Okay, Zachary definitely needs an axe. Because he's working on that proficiency. Which is good. Let's check his grid first. And he has Faded Blow. That's big. He's got a stone nose, which gets him a survival and an insanity on departure. Or arrival. Arrival. This gets him... So the rawhide gets him an evasion. The monster grease also gets him an evasion. The boots get him a departing survival, and the gloves get him a departing survival. So that will be well beyond our max. What's up, Brock? That's good. Zachary's solid. So we got a bone axe there. And then just what we needed to change based on reviewing the tape. We did end up getting the Vespertine bow. So we snag that. And then what ended up happening is in our storage went a perfect hide and that perfect bone. So now we're all square from kind of, I don't want to say the issues we made last week. Honestly, they were just my lack of awareness. We do, however, have to give 1 bone axe back too, which is not really that big of a deal. I just need to change that in this gear storage here. So we only have 1, or we should have 2 total now. Since memory gives us the Vespertine bow. So so that perfect hide goes in, as well as an additional perfect bone and a questionable resource, but we just don't get the leather worker yet, as compared to what we got last settlement phase. Not a biggie. So luck-wise, the bow doesn't really have... I mean, it's deadly, right? So it should go with one of our luck survivors, simply because at that point it's critting on 8 through 10. Would make sense to me. It also would kind of make sense to have the circlet person maybe be somebody that's not necessarily going to fight. Wouldn't be bad to keep it on red character Urza, because they are working on Fist and Tooth. They could get in there, hit with Fist and Tooth, wound, and then get out, and just be support from then on. So we got Founding Stone, Cloth, and Cat Eye, which I did not add. For Urza. How was everybody's week? I hope good. Hope it was a nice smooth week. Elena will work on becoming a bow master for us. Founding stone, cloth, bow, and stone noses. They also get an arrival, survival, and insanity for the stone noses. Okay, Urza's done. Tristan, oh, I should probably change this name real quick. that change? Yep. Elena, and this is Tristan. Feel free to change these names if you guys have something better. I am by no means attached to them. Tristan's rocking. He also has one of the luck, so he'll be rocking the bone axe with Savage, Founding Stone, Cloth, and Stone Noses. So he'll get that. Arrival goodies too. We do have to add necrotoxic mistletoe in 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Rusty quarters. Let me add here. We need to get 4 population we can sacrifice to that. Pretty sure there's no way around the deaths there. Fart Nugget McGee. You and Bill come up with some interesting characters. I will change Tristan to Rusty. I like Rusty. Gives it some personality there. Okay. Alright. And we decided, I believe, to try an antelope. Even though I would kind of prefer to get my hands on Catars. We could still do that in year 3, I guess. There was debate. I do recall. Rock thinks lion. We do want ammonia real bad. Especially for free. If we can get ammonia for free, that's big. Lion is easy. It's not untrue. But is easy the problem? Where is Lope? And Catars are nice. Yeah, but so my question, yeah, we do have 3 additional armor. But do we really need 3 additional armor? For no, everybody. So we had lights in the sky rock, so everybody's getting 3 additional armor to every location. Yeah, for lights in the sky. It is valid, but let me ask you, Mike and Bill, for what reason do you want to hunt the antelope? What would you be hoping to get out of it? What would be the goal? So resources? Smarter to hunt lope. I just know that we're looking for weapons from the lion, but there's not really any weapons we pick up from the lope. Is there? Ooh, past overwhelming darkness would be trouble. 30 seconds behind. If you refresh in YouTube, it will bring you back up to speed, Mike. Lope's armor is good. I will grant, without a doubt there. I do enjoy the antelope's armor. Lope Catars are worse than lion Catars because they're not deadly. My opinion. Obviously not factual, but That's how I feel. Yep. Exactly, Rock. We have some pretty deadly weapons. So with the bow, we will be critting on 8, 9, 10. And both the axes will be critting on 8, 9, 10. There are super dense locations on the antelope. There are not super dense locations on the lion. Not sure if that changes anybody's lines of thinking. Yeah, honestly, we can get a lot of resources either way, especially axes are deadly. No, they're savage. That's right. So they're not deadly, they're savage. That's why we wanted them in the hands of somebody that's deadly. Way more resources with low, maybe. If you get white lion cub, you're going to end up with more if you went lion, you could end up with possibly ammonia and possibly free resources from the cub. And if we ran into lion using enraged, it would be nice to have the additional armor. I only want lion, Bill, because I missed out on the Katars last week. I got kind of outvoted. Yeah, we would be able to get our fist and tooth points with Urza. Alright, I see what you guys mean about the lope, but let's just go after a lion. That way, if we end up getting enraged, we're in the clear. And we don't have to worry about, yeah, for a crit farm. I hear what you're saying. Not level 2. Which the bow would be hype for critting. And then our fist and tooth guy, it could help. We could be running into some crits. Yeah, lion's in a bad way here. So I've updated everybody's grids. We're all good to go. Let's go ahead and depart here. Oh, that was close. We need some understanding. Would be really big. Because we want matchmakers. Matchmakers are big time. Alright, so Alana is going to reveal our first hunt event here. Prowling Lion. While the survivors stalk the white lion, the monster hunts something else. Move the white lion one space away. And it starts with ground fighting in play, which is no problem because of the bow. Urza, you got 2 cards we need to pull under here, Urza. Ammonia or oh, but we have to have 3 understanding, I think, to get I think we have to have 3 understanding to actually get ammonia. The hungry lion sniffs the survivor's musk on the wind. Move the lion 1 space forward. Okay. And we have to roll a random hunt event for that. Something for understanding. 39. Oh. I think I've been doing it 93. Yeah, steel shield. That'd be sweet. We got it really early in last campaign. How does this have me do it? Because that's what I've been following, I think. Maybe not. Oh no, there's the YouTube ban. I did not know that was the page behind. Tragic. This game's always trying to get me banned. Okay, so I can't tab this in, so we'll just have to zoom in on Lost Survivor. In a hollow between two identical rocks, you find a corpse with fabulous hair clutching a book to its chest. If the settlement has pictographs, which we don't, otherwise the survivors move on, deeply confused. The book tells the tragic tale of two survivors who found a love they could never have. So they move on, so that's just it. Okay, so nothing. It's better than some things. Alright, Rusty is next. Get us some understanding, Rusty. Rusty says, how about 77? Sinkhole. That's encouraging. A gaping sinkhole suddenly opens under the survivors, revealing a swirling black pool of ichor beneath them. Each survivor rolls a d10. The lowest scoring survivor becomes a straggler. Ooh. Okay, so we'll just do these in their top-down order, basically. We've done this before. So it looks like whoever's at the top of this list is the straggler, which is Elena, our bowman. Okay, so Elena's the straggler. Oh, just rolls a d10. Roll high. Looks like a 10 to me. Oh, it's a 4. 4 is better than a 1. Not great. The other survivors haul you up, not before something is sucked below the surface. Archive one gear of your choice. Oh, that's kind of cool. The 10 plus is cool. Yeah, we'll probably just be getting rid of the cloth. Because we have an extra anyways. So we gotta take that out of her grid though. And now you can archive straight from here, which is cool. But it still leaves her 3 armor everywhere, so we're not mad about that. Alright, and now we're starting the showdown. So I have to set up the showdown for level 1. And I don't ever remember, you guys, I think I've been playing it wrong in the past. When we have to set it up with ground fighting, I just have to make sure it's in this deck and pull it out right. It's not an additional AI card for him. I don't think he gains a life point. That's not what I meant to grab. Wanted, no. Goodness, I'm in shambles. I think I might have just accidentally deleted all of those Gigalion AI. You always thought it was additional? Okay. Well, we may not get that chance because I think I just glitched all of these extra AI into oblivion by double clicking on accident. Don't see him on the ground down there. Whoops. I guess we just hope it's in here and play it that way this time around. That's not good. We're in trouble here, gents. Check the storage box. Okay. Oh, just the pictures I've stored in there. Not in my inventory. A lot of times you do... Oh my gosh, is that them? There they are. Problem solved. Okay, well, we'll add it as an extra then. So he flops down and gives us all the time in the world to do whatever we want. So we're going to move this debris up closer, and we're going to need to find our way to a scrap sword there. We do have an obsidian tower, which is nice. We can get an iron out of it. Which is nice. Does it have to be set up somewhere specifically? 4 spaces from all other terrain. Debris has to be adjacent to a board edge, though. So we can even put this somewhere over here. We want to still put these somewhere helpful to us. And then we'll farm terrain for a little bit. Yeah, so we'll just put this like here. And maybe, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there and there. Or we can even move this out of the way and do it our usual way. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we don't really need to do it our usual way because we get this starting advantage. Do it like that even. I want them to be closer. Yeah, I know we'd get infinite action, yeah. Oh, is it 4 from each other, not 6? Oh, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can move it. Like right there. That's the way we want it. So, because he's got ground fighting in play, ground fighting, as long as nobody spends their activation in the zone of death, he stays flopped over. So what we're going to do is we're going to send, nobody has any heavy gear, so we don't get any bonus action on this obsidian tower, but we're going to try it with, who is this? Elena is going to try this obsidian tower. She's going to activate at it. 6 is not terrible. 4 through 8 is you salvage a broken lantern resource from the debris. So we smashed it. And got a broken lantern resource out of it. Okay. Then we'll roll up with Rusty over here. Check the debris pile. Come on, scrap sword. Scrap sword. 10. There was the 9. I think that was the same thing. 5 is random basic resource. Archive that terrain. Random basic, let's shuffle it up. G still doesn't work to shuffle. And we got a monster bone. Okay, let's activate Zachary's Rawhide to reveal the top 2 AI cards. Place them back in any order. Bloodthirsty and Bat Around. Be nice to get Bloodthirsty out of the way. We'll then activate the Circlet with Urza. Check out these top 3 monster hit locations. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no biggie. That reflex one would be really nice to do early because since he's got ground fighting, I don't think he will activate a reflex, right? Because I don't think he could move. I mean, I guess that's up to translation a little bit, because ground fighting does not say he's knocked down, but he flops down on his side. He does reflexes still, so he actually still moves with that, which is crazy. So we'll put reflex on the bottom, since we're going to be shooting at him with a bow. Oh, I see what you mean. We could set up to be ready for the reflex. So he's going to full move forward in a straight line. So if we move Urza over here, or not over there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we move Urza here, Zachary here. The only reason I'm moving like this is because I can take as many turns as I want, because he is flopped down. Elena would take 50 moves to get all the way over here, basically. But since she has a little range, that should be okay. So if Elena triggers this beast's tail, he's going to get up as a reflex and run forward in a straight line. It's going to do no good, and we're going to be prepared to jump on him there. So we'll put that one up top as a no sweat, and just bank on the wound. So for Elena, who has no accuracy buff, the Vespertine bow is 3 speed, 6 plus accuracy. It's not terrible. A couple, right. Well, I don't get infinite rolls, technically, just especially since it's 3 at a time. Okay, so 1 hit only. It's kind of a bummer. Okay, and it's Beast's Tail. So we know this one. So the bow has a strength of 1, which I don't think helps us much, because he has a toughness of 8. Okay, so we're wounding on a 7, and we're critting on 8, 9, 10. So 7 through 10 is good, realistically. Crit would obviously be better. Okay, we'll get it the natural way. No luck required. We also need to apply arrival bonuses. So no reflex. The reflex is canceled because of the crit. The White Lion's tail is destroyed, ruining its finely tuned balance. The White Lion gains a -1 accuracy token, and we gain a Lion Tail resource and a wound. Let's not forget the wound. And Enraged is now discarded because he was wounded. So he will then stand. Lion Tail. Dragon Tails. There's only 2 Lion Claws in this whole thing, and we pulled them both last round. Oof. Oh, there's 3. Okay, so we'll stand him and orient him to be facing the survivors. I think I might have him orient away from the survivors. Yeah, I think that might be a little better. So we need to land a hit with our Fist and Tooth and with Axe. Yeah, you're right. Okay, we can have him face this way. So Rusty is kind of the last one we need to go, but he's got to go first, because he can get kind of to the hind quarter here. So Rusty is using the bone axe with no accuracy bonus. So he's 2 speed 6 plus from the hip. One hit. The bow is not slow or cumbersome. So Zachary technically, yeah, Elena probably could have moved out of the way after that action. So one hit. We know it's safe. Critting on 9, 10, and these are savage axes. So if we crit, they do 2 damage. Five might do it. I think it does do it, actually. Because we have 1 strength that I forgot about. A permanent strength for everybody. So the axe is actually... So we're wounding on a 4+. We have 4 total strength with the axe, and they have 8 toughness. So it is a successful wound. You know what I did? I kind of screwed up. I put... There it is. I was going to say, I put ground fighting in the wound stack. Okay, let's have Urza go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Urza is going to be looking to land something with Fist and Tooth. And we need it. So 2 speed, 8+. Nice shot. Okay, we got 1. We know that the consequences of failure here are not a big deal. Need the... I mean, honestly, the 9-10 would be cool. It'd be knocked down, but our turn's basically over. So 8, 9, 10 here for a crit, and it's 7, 8, 9 for a wound anyways. So if we wound, odds are we're going to crit with it. Okay, what the heck do I know? So it is a wound, but it is not a crit. I don't know anything. Except Urza does get that weapon proficiency point. First one with Fist and Tooth. 1 down. Long ways to go there. Zachary does not have the ability to dash. Remove the wound for sure. Does not have the ability to dash. Does have Fated Blow. So that would have been nice to use. I'm going to have him move up. 1, 2, 3. Because if it's facing in range, it'll only be Zachary. And that's fine, because he's got evasion, he's got grass bonus. It would actually be nice if he would target Zachary here. White Lion's turn officially. He's going to go ahead and draw Alert. When a survivor moves into a space within the zone of death, stop their movement. They gain the priority target token, discard Alert, and perform basic action. This is only discarded when the monster is knocked down. So these 2 that are adjacent will be fine, and Elena shooting the bow will be fine. And then honestly, we can move Zachary when we're ready into this grass and let them attack. Shouldn't be a big deal. Let's attack him this round first, though, I feel like. Probably. Or do we just have Zachary trip that right off the bat? Well, the only reason I'm thinking about tripping it is because we got crazy evasion in the grass, crazy armor, and Zachary needs to wound with the axe. So I might trip it. I don't really want it to react forward. I would rather Zachary not get grabbed, but be attacked and then be in a position to attack. is what I'm thinking. So I think I'm going to move one step backwards with Zachary. He stops his movement, receives priority target. We discard alert and perform a basic action. So Lion's going to roll up and attack Zachary, who has good evasion, 3 evasion plus 2 from the grass. Gets him 5 total, so it's 2 speed, 7 plus. Miss and hit, whatever, that's fine. He has 5 armor everywhere. So that 1 damage goes to his legs. And now he would have the ability to attack. And if he can't attack, then he could at least surge. So I think he should be able to attack because he moved and now he can attack. So Zachary with the bone axe is 2 speed. We're looking for a 6 plus. If we could land this, it's kind of low pressure. We have everything we need to just kind of kill him. So there's a failure on it. I'll bring it up here for you guys like that. We are going to be rolling this. It's a 4 plus to wound and a 9/10 to crit. Like that. Nice call, Bill. A 9. So it is a crit. The blow destroys the white lion's jaw. Persistent injury, no jaw. And then we roll a d10. Oh, we would love this courage. Come on, 5 plus. Yes. On a result of 5 plus, the white lion's jaw flies off its face. The attacker gains a courage and a survival. So even if we did technically have to surge there, we would have just gotten it back. Okay. So this is discarded. He gets his axe proficiency point. And because that axe is savage, that's actually 2 AI wounds, which is just dandy. Alright, now let's Cat Eye Circlet with Urza, since she has already gotten her Fist and Tooth point. Let's try to set up some possible crit situations. Okay. So we do have a trap. I did add the courage, yes, Bill. Yes, sir. So obviously trap's got to go at the bottom. These aren't great. Especially Beast Sprout. That's kind of a bummer. He's knocked down? I don't think he is knocked down. The axe doesn't knock down. Axe Mastery, I think when you wound with a persistent injury, it's always knocked or something, but not yet. So we're going to put this wound on the down low too, and Beast's Paw up front. It is 100% the wrong deck for the trap. I am snoozing over here. Thank you, Richard. So let's put them back in that order. I like that order. And I think we take a shot with the Vespertine Bow with Elena here. She's got that 8 through 10 crit situation. 3 speed, odds are we're not going to hit all 3. So I kind of like our situation here. We're looking for 2 6 pluses, and we got 1. So we just pull this top card. 7 through 10 is a hit, or a wound. My apologies. 8 through 10 is a critical wound. Pretty good. Oh. Just Just one luck short, huh? Oh, you're right. It is 6 through 10 with our permanent strength. So there's no failure. Successful wound, no crit. We could surge the trap down once more and reattack with the bow. The bow's our best chance of getting crits. It's got the best it's got way better accuracy than help me. Way better accuracy than Fist and Tooth. Urza's only got 1 survival, which is fine. I'm not too concerned about that. To surge this deck, even if we get like a killer hit location that we want a Founding Stone, this would be a good time to see it too. This wound just sucks. And neither of these crits get us a resource. The wound, we perform basic action. I don't love that. So I'm going to keep it on the bottom. And Elena is going to surge. Elena has 3 survivals, so I feel much more confident surging with Elena. She's going to surge with the bow. Taking another shot. 3 speed, looking for some 6s. We got 2 of them, just like we drew it up. Yeah, you're right. So failure here, kind of a bummer, but it would he would still be in range. So I think we'll do that one first. Even if we fail this, the lion will remain in range. So I'll pull this up for everybody. We're looking through, I mean, right now I'm pretty partial. I'm looking for an 8 through 10. I'm here to crit. See? And that's what you get when you be greedy. You get failures. So Zachary will end up right here, knocked down. Lion will end up here. Zachary's going to take 1 damage to his waist for grab. Vespertine has a range of 5. That lion is 1, 2, 3, 4 out. So we still get to resolve this. Seven. So wound with no crit. I also forgot to grab the -1 accuracy token from when we took his tail. Wound will get rid of an AI. But Elena suffers a brain damage, and it's basic action targeting Elena. So we're just going to have him roll up like that. I don't love that he's covering up the grass, but leaves his hindquarters exposed for some fist and toothing. So basic action targeting Elena, which is 2, 2, and 1 with 1 evasion, so 2, 3, 1. And it's, I mean, really not a problem. 2 hits, no big deal. Worth 1 damage each. Oh, double waste. That would not have been great. So, okay, that takes care of Beast's brow. Now, I think I'm going to intentionally trigger the trap. Just so that we can be rid of it. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have Urza go in there. Urza has to hit with Fist and Tooth, so maybe not our best option. But with no accuracy buff, aside from being in the blind spot, she's 2 speed 7 plus for a hit that will find the trap. 6 and a 3. day late and $1 short. Monsters get no additional evasion in grass, correct. Rusty works up. That'd be a cool dynamic, though. Not that I want to give him any ideas. So here we got 2 speed looking for 5+. A little bit better odds. A little bit better, not good enough. Rusty, we got to be better. I'm going to surge with Rusty. Call me a fool to surge just to try to pull the trap, but that's where I'm at right now. There we go. So a double pull will pull the trap. He's going to rotate to Rusty. And it's just a basic action, but we're doomed. So it's really no difference than just a reaction that the lion would have to a card, to a failed wound attempt or anything like that. 2 hits, worth 1 damage each. Can't be dodged. Plenty of armor. Oh, double body. I don't like the doubles. Okay, let's shuffle this up. Give it the old triple shuffle. Rusty's just getting warm. I like that, Rock. Okay. It is Lion's turn, though. He's going to get another shot at us here. And it's going to be an Intimidate action. So size up. So he's going to pick a random threat in field of view. So everybody except Elena is targeted here. And she is survivor number 1. So let's just take number 1 out of this and shuffle it up. Kingdom Death has chosen Zachary. Zachary has 5 insanity, so that is a-okay. So he's going to turn to face Zachary, who's knocked down over here. Oh yeah, because he's not a threat. So he's actually not going to be attacking. We'll just do evens and odds then on a die. We'll let Urza be evens. It is odd, so I think he managed to find his way to Rusty there. Yep. So Rusty is the target of this attack with 1 insanity, so he's okay. He's got 1 to spare. But it only suffers 1 brain damage on a result of 4+. So hey, what do you know? A 4+. So he is going to suffer that insanity as well as get knocked down. But then that's the end of size up. And Zachary's up. I think it's safe to say we could probably shoot with the Vespertine bow and not have to worry about Cat Eye. If we top shuffled the trap, it sucks to be us, but we're in the blind spot already, so it's kind of a legit situation with the bow. So we are actually hitting on 5+ here from the blind spot. Wow! What a horrific show of marksmanship. I mean, I think she could have stabbed him with the arrow. That close. That's like playing... I don't know if any of you guys ever played XCOM growing up, or when it came out. I probably just showed my age with that comment, how not old I am, but that's like a point-blank shot with a 95% hit, and you fluffed it up. She's definitely going to be surging that. So we'll be spending a survival to surge to try again. Yeah, nice dice. Where'd you get them? I got them from Thanos last season. Show me some 10s. 5, 5, 10. So that's 3 hits because of the blind spot. So, oh boy. 1, 2, 3. Fuzzy Groin is definitely going at the bottom as of now. This is the wound that they attack the attacker. That's pretty dumb. This failure is basic action with +2 damage. So not a lot of freedom here. And I wouldn't mind critting all of these. I don't want to crit the nuts, so I'm going to put the nuts last in case one of these stops me from critting the nuts. So maybe we'll do the brow first, hoping for a crit or a failure. Because even if we get attacked here, we're not low enough on armor that it's going to knock us down. But this +2 damage could. So we'll go after Beast's Brow first. Let's get all these dice off. We'll roll them one at a time. So we're going for Beast's Brow. We'll pull that up here for you guys. That's a crit. So it's only a -1 accuracy though. Just the last AI, flip them, shuffle them. Poor lion. Just absolutely beating the brakes off this fool. Okay, and let's go after Beast's Paw next. Do we have another crit in there? I feel like maybe we do. This was sitting on a 9, so I'm going to let it shake up a bit. Show me the money. 5 is not a failure, right? Oh my gosh, I think it is. I think it's 1 short. Because it's got 8, and we've got 1 from the bow and 1 permanent. So it is 1 short of a wound, which is a failure, so he's going to target us, which kind of sucks big time. So it's a basic action with +2 damage, so the accuracy doesn't change. Yuck. This can be dodged though if we needed to, because it's not a, right? Because it's a basic action? No, probably not. It's a reaction, so it doesn't matter. Let's get some misses in there. 7 and 9. Get smoked. 2 damage to each of these spots. Just spread them out. Yep, that's fine. 2 to the head. 2 to the legs. No problem. Would have been a big problem, having not had the armor. I don't think this one would have given us a resource either. It would have. Oh my gosh. It would have been the Lion Claw. If I would have known that was there, I might have even founding stoned that thing. Because now we're about to crit Fuzzy Groin. Oh, 3 damage. Yep, I'll change that. On Elena. What was it? I didn't even see. A 4, another failure. Oh, we did not crit Fuzzy Groin. Zachary has the big axe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to see what cards are coming, but I don't know. I only want to know which cards are coming because I think I might trade a Founding Stone for a permanent strength. If one of those cards is the, the spend a survival to get a permanent strength, I would probably throw a stone to guarantee that. I don't know. It's kind of a tough one. You want to be careful with your stones. So I'm going to move, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Zachary can't get to the blind spot, so I'm just going to circle it with Urza to check these top 3. Terrible, terrible, and terrible. Those are three ugly issues. None of which get us a resource. I did, yeah, I took because they had three everywhere, Bill, so I took one extra from the head and one extra from the legs to bring it all the way down to 0. So we know what those top three are. Elena's already tacked, so can't move, and surged. So she's just going to have to suffer the consequences of a failure. But Zachary's kind of our guy. I'm not worried about him. Oh, and he's got Fated Blow. That's also a good time. So Bonax is 2 speed, looking at 6+. Hello. 2 for 2. Which one do we like more to use Fated? Oh wait, they're the same. So we'll go Fated Blow here. We'll declare it. Our once per round Fated Blow to get +2 strength. So we will be, yeah, the Insanity one will be good. We'll go after that one first. We want to crit this one. We'd all get 3 Insanity. And we want to see a 9/10. Thank goodness I did Fated Blow. Because we're wounding on a 4+, but Fated Blow gets us +2 strength. So it is a 2+ to wound with Fated Blow. Because it gets +2 strength. So it is not a failure. It is 2 damage. And we move along. We're going to roll that same die because it's definitely due to roll a 9/10 right here. 8. Success. No failure issue. We'll probably honestly just have him surge if you guys are okay with that. Just because it looks like we're not really going to be in a farming situation here. So we're going to surge with Zachary. 2 speed, looking for 6s again since we've kind of gotten everything we need. 1 is all we need. Can't declare Fated Blow again. It's a once per showdown. So we're just out here looking for that 4 on Beast's back. Or, I mean 9/10, obviously. Not that. Of all the things to roll, that ain't it. So failure is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drag Elena. Womp womp. Elena's going to take a damage to her. She's kind of getting slammed to her arms. She's in a slightly scary spot. Slightly, alright. Nothing too crazy yet, but... and she's going to get attacked again here. So he's going to do his basic action, which is closest survivor in field of view, which is still Elena. So 2 speed. She has 1 evasion, plus the lion's -2 accuracy. So we're looking for just one of them real low. Okay, or both of them real low. A 1 and a 3 both miss. Hope we draw all the cat claws is an astounding observation. We really do. Alright, so that's it. So Rusty stands, and so does Elena. Urza is going to cat eye these top 3. 1, 2, 3. Yucky. Okay, there's a random white lion resource right there. The only one. That's crazy. Okay. Elena, you got your chance to... You got your chance. So she's going to move. She's got the bow, and this is not cumbersome. So she's going to move... Actually, you know what? She's going to move to the blind spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting this. 3 speed. 5 plus. With the bow. Thank goodness. No, it doesn't really matter. We only drew the 1 anyways. And it's the femur. Give me that 8, 9, 10 right here. Let me draw just one more resource so that I can get a decent chance at both those lion claws. Come on. It's not even a wound. Ridiculous. No failure there. Got a surge with her. Not great rolls. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, because we came very over-armored into this fight, but the rolls have not been hot. Doesn't matter, aside from the fact that we'll do beasts here first just in case something bad happens. Yeah, that'll do it. That's enough to wound. No crits, but a wound. The final hit. Toast. Man, there's a lot of resources to pull 2 lion claws out of there. There is a lot. We did get our weapon proficiency points, which is always really good. We love that. So let's complete this showdown. Everybody's going to get their hunt XP, and I'm sure that I marked everybody's proficiency points. So we will return and advance here and collect our goodies here. That rhymed unintentionally. So we'll give these just a triple shuffle. Okay. What am I doing? We would have got a lot of hide. Age up wise, no. We had 2 people turn 3 and 2 people that just experienced their first year. 4 of these bad boys. 1, 2. Looks like we switched out the hide abundance for a bone abundance. 3, that's always good. 4. Good spread. And lions. Come on now. 1. 2. Oh my gosh. 3. Yeesh. And 4. That's trouble. Not a single claw. We did get a good chunk if we want to try to put some lion gear together, though. Okay, so on the timeline here, it's actually nothing. So we just got to set up a settlement event. Yeah, let's see where they were. Oh, they're all 3 lined up. Oh, right in my face. Alright, so we'll do the 4 time shuffle again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Symposium would be so nice. And bang. Oh, who put Slender back in here? Right? Oh, no. Oh, duh. Slender's in there because we have Slenderman in the campaign. I got that mixed up with Spidicules. Sorry about that. So Slender Blight. Throughout the settlement, the most disturbed survivors fall, oh gosh, direly ill. This sounds like plague. Their mental anguish turns to painful boils and bruises. Roll a d10. Who told me to put this guy in here? Where's Titan? Come on, 10. 3. You gotta be. Crazed survivors howl in agony. The tortured cries stir a chilling, distant memory in their gut. Forgotten fear. Insane survivors cannot depart this lantern year unless all our survivors in the settlement are insane. So let's just take a look at Forgotten Fear real quick before we make our decision. Where are you at, Slender? There you are. That is not a 10. Not what we're looking for. Forgotten Fear. Oop, whoops. In an instant, you recall the horrors of the past and see a familiar, delicate figure standing unheeded. Among the survivors, your screams are choked by gouts of black water spewing from your mouth. Nominate a survivor with the blotted out fighting art to remember. If no survivors have blotted out, then reveal the horror. And Slenderman. And the Slenderman ambushes the survivors. We have to do a special showdown with this guy if we don't. Yeah, we're re-rolling that for sure. Yeah, we'll give that a re-roll. Whose though? That's the question. Yeah, someone that doesn't matter is bold. Do we have any of those? Turns out Grima is a legend on the intimacy table. We'll just take Walda's. Sorry, Walda. Alright, and can we be better the second time around, please? Oh my gosh. Barely better. 4 through 7. Insanity burns up the settlement. A terrible fever spreads. After they depart, each departing survivor gains 3 insanity and loses half their survival rounded down. Well, we don't have much survival anyways. So I don't think that hurts us as much as it could later. I better put that in here though. Slender Blight. Slender Punk. Okay. Good stuff. No other things we gotta attend to. So, innovate, right? I mean, so we'd be looking at organ, hide, bone. Do still have some in here. Questionable resource, couple perfects. Don't really want to use those. Oh, we gotta take this out. So we'll innovate, spend an endeavor right quick. Hope for symposium or ammonia. Hope that not both of them are selected, because that's not really a decision I want to make. Because I'd probably end up going with symposium. Alright, let's draw 2. Come on. Hey, ammonia. Ammonia over shrine all day long. So we'll pick up ammonia. Well, yeah, right? I mean, hunting the lion doesn't guarantee we're going to get ammonia. Okay, I'll hear that argument out. If you guys think that shrine would be better, We do need 3 understanding, but that is only a matter of time. Should we just take ammonia just to have it done? Okay. Ammonia Tez. Okay. I think I took an endeavor away for that as well. I did. So we're not going to forest run. Now we got a bit of a decision in front of us, friends. And everybody just try to hear it out. Listen, I know just as much as the next guy how dry repeatedly hunting the same quarry is. I know how dry that is. But if we are going to keep going for the Catarrhs, we might as well put time into the fur armor, no? But if we're not going to keep going back after him, there might not be any point. Because we could get we get 2 pieces right now. Because we have white fur and a great cat bone. So we could get the helmet and maybe the coat if we want. This is the start of year 3, yes. Lion armor is mid. You're not wrong. But with the situation we're in here, I'm assuming we're going to end up rawhide, leather, probably lion and screaming until we can get dragon. And then dragon will just replace whatever we're tired of. And if we're going to keep going after the lion, we might as well build it, right? Yeah, it's true. I think the armor does get you even another additional luck. How long can leather go? Leather's a viable endgame armor. Oh, I forget we have these too. It added some of these. Silk from spidicules. So lion is, oh yeah, 1 speed and 2 strength. The speed isn't great, but the additional 2 strength is nice on Catarrhs. But if we're not like, if we don't want to go after the lion necessarily, we don't, I mean, if we want to save it and put it towards leather, you're also not going to find me fighting that necessarily either. I want those Catarrhs too. We could always, as well, save it and chat about it. That's one of the things I value most about this game is our weekly chats about what we can and can't use the armor for. Because if we chat about it throughout the week and end up being like, yeah, let's do it, then they're right here. It's an easy switch, easy purchase. So then, in that case, kids is a little horrifying because we do have survival of the fittest. So we are not necessarily fairly likely, but decently likely to do more damage than good. I do support that reroll choice, since we're losing 4 survivors to necrotoxic mistletoe. Yeah. I do hear what you're saying, Bill, and I don't dislike it. I would be fine with using love juice for that, if that's what we're thinking. So let's use the love juice. Let's nominate our same two down here, Grima and Rhea. Those were the two we've been using. We don't have any family uh, uh, innovations, so there's really no point in using good survivors, let alone the risk. But so that'll take us over to the intimacy page. Okay, we know the drill. So now it is 2 dice, lowest of the two. We get no plus perks because we do not have face painting. So, yep, we are looking for 2 good dice here. 2 of them. 6 and 3 sucks. 3 is trouble, no? So, currently the female survivor perishes with her child during birth. Settlement is cast in gloom. Sucks. So we have to use Rhea's reroll to reroll that 3 and pray that it comes out better. If 6 is our lowest, that would be great. Five, not bad. Success, anyways, right? 5 is just +1 population. And we need, what is it? Oh, we're dead even right now. Females are going to be more important until we get face painting. So it's Grima, successful intimacy. What can we do to get understanding? And when do we want it the most? Do we want it during... Is it the hunt? Is that what gets us what we want? Is that what gets us Tinker? Because it's bold is courage, it's insight. So insight during the hunt, we end up as... Oh, it doesn't tell us. You want... Oh, you do want it during settlement. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Tinker you get during settlement, which is really what we're looking for. And then courage must be... so bold must be where you want it in... Yeah, and we also want that in the settlement. Matchmaker is so good. Can you imagine all the fires you'd have to be putting out all the time, though, Bill? You'd be putting out 13 fires a day. So augury is not a bad play here. What's our lose a resource? Kind of sucks. Not a big deal. We have testes that we could give up, but we have multiple people that have 2 understanding that would in turn become tinkers. And that's like a campaign long goal to become tinkers and matchmakers. So we'll do it with Elena. She's going to be our bow person here real soon because I got confidence in her. So we'll take her to the augury table. So we will spend 1. And here we're looking for maybe a 1 through 3. I'm usually pretty good at rolling those. Oh no. Intimacy. That's scary. So Grima again. Grima and probably... Well, we can use the same 2, right? Well, that's risky because if we have 2 that have to be re-rolled. So we should probably take Grima and... I don't know. Do we care? 'Cause like our starting survivors. Yeah, I'll explain Tinker After Birth, Mike. So our survivors that don't have those permanent affinity losses, they're the ones we want to keep around for that twilight, or for not for the Twilight Sword, but the replica flower sword, because that is so good. But I think you have to have a couple of red affinities for it to be really good. So I do want to keep some of them around. Let me double check. Yeah. Gains sharp +1 evasion. That's big. So I don't want to sacrifice all of our normal survivors. So Bill saying anyone can re-roll for them, that must be because it's just a settlement event in general. Maybe nobody will have to roll for him here. Grima and Rhea on the table, finding a dark corner in the settlement. 5/5. These guys are like rabbits. Absolute rabbits. 5 and 5. We've been there before. It's the same old. So we add. This time we'll do a male. Mashadar. Our everyone, it's true. It wasn't a dark corner because somebody had to be able to use their lifetime reroll if they saw something going around. If they saw wrong technique being used, they'd have to step in and use their lifetime reroll to save them. Do we want to try that again? I mean, I want the understanding. What else would we spend our endeavors on this phase? Is my only concern. I can't think of much. I don't think we have quite enough to like build the leather worker. We could probably build the weapon crafter with these bones. Leather worker was 3 hide, I believe. So we'd have to give up both white furs and a perfect or a questionable resource. So I didn't know if we wanted to wait until we had just regular rawhide to spend on it. Because if we hit intimacy again and make our way up to 15 population, that's huge. Especially if we can get there before necrotoxic mistletoe. And I wouldn't mind pulling a tinker out. So weapon crafter is good. Let me see, what were the requirements for that? Just 3 bone and a hide. So we could do... That'd be pretty expensive for us. Maybe we'll just look more into rolling resources over for a bigger event next year. So let's subtract one more. Let's try this augury one more time at least. And we're going to keep rolling this dice. It's a hot dice. Yeah, we are at 14. If we get one more to get that society principle this early, that would be really nice. Come on. Tinker or intimacy? That's Tinker right there. We got to sacrifice our lion testes, but Elena would gain an understanding, become a tinker, and get what we need for, is it, nope, it's this way, for insight. So, and she may even gain an endeavor this phase. Oh, the innovate one would hurt. Let's roll this again for that table. 6. That was kind of middle of the road. I don't think that's anything permanent. Nope, just an extra endeavor this phase. Nice to have a tinker on the team. We love that. So now she gets +1, but I'm thinking we switch to Rusty, who would be in that same situation to possibly become a tinker as well. So if we switch to Rusty on Augury and get another understanding, we would end up with another tinker. So, Rusty, what do you got? Intimacy or... Alright, tinker it is. That's great. Oh, we do have to sacrifice a resource for that, though. Monster Bone or Broken Lantern? What do you guys think? Lose a bone. They're pretty replaceable. Lantern's good, because if we can get some iron for that replica flower sword. And we're back on the tinker table here. Tinker table. 5 is another endeavor coming back our way. Scrap sucks as is, Rock, but we need the iron. I guess a pickaxe would get us kind of what we need there too. So I don't think anybody else has 2 understanding. So if we want to go for intimacy, we could use one of these that already has 3 understanding, because then they get to add +1 to their roll if their understanding is 3 or higher. Or we go to somebody at 1 to maybe take them up to 2. But if we use Elena or somebody, we would trigger intimacy on 7, 8, 9, 10. And having gotten 2 tinkers out of this, I think at this point our goal is to probably get to 15 population. So let's have Elena do it to try to trigger Augury. Or, no, that's a bad idea. No, I'm not even going to say it. Alright, let's get this die back. We are looking for 7 through 10. That looks like a 7 to me. Well, well, well. If it isn't a 7. To the intimacy table again. Let's get the rabbits back out, folks. Grima and... oh no, Rhea. Grima, Rhea. 2 dice. Throw me something solid right here. Something real good. Oh gosh. Okay. So we'll just spend Grima's reroll here on that one. Could have been really cool if it just like double 10'd there or something. Nice. Nice. That's huge. We did it. That's what she said. Settlement gains +1 population. Male and female. 1 short of twins. They're going to get up to survive or to the settlement survival maximum. And we found ourselves somehow getting to 15 population. That's really big with necrotoxic mistletoe coming, because that's no joke. So we create that. So, and here we are to society. Yeah, we'll be down real quick. And with Butcher not shortly after, and Slender Man coming down the chamber. Forgot how terrible she is. Do we just automatically kind of do accept darkness here? If anybody has a argument to make against it, I would love to hear it out, but it just seems like accept darkness is definitely the way. I can pull out the innovation cards just so you guys can see if you're not very familiar with the game. We could read through these just to show. one of the really nice things about Accept Darkness is it makes you almost immune to dying through brain damage. So in Accept Darkness, uh, you add +2 to all brain trauma rolls, which is huge. And Collective Toil is just at the start of the settlement phase, gain an endeavor for every 10 population, which just really is not great. Um, so let's just do Accept Darkness as our principle for society. Accept Darkness. We do have to roll on this Accept Darkness table, though. And the low roll didn't look like it was very great. Something high. That's pretty low. 3 is just nominate up to 4 survivors. Each of them gains 10 insanity. Up to 4 survivors. So it does not need to be 4. Is there anybody we want to give 10 insanity to? They would never be able to go up against, like, the antelope. Is it 20 that makes you run away from the antelope? I was pretty sure it was kind of a crazy amount. Yeah, 20. 10's still a really long ways away from 20. Unless we get that mouth vomit thing where when he collides with you, he gives you 1,000,000 insanity. Oh, it does go quick with the butcher. Yeah. What are we hunting next year? Because that'll kind of depend. Lion again? Then maybe I should give it to the starting 4. How about that? Are you guys opposed to that? If I just give it to our 4 guys? Because I'm assuming we're going to throw those 4 guys, aside from maybe the fist and tooth one, we'll probably throw those guys at the butcher. I won't take the fist and tooth guy out against the butcher. There's no point. I want him to live. So Elena, I can't side scroll here. Lion for Qatar, agreed. And oh, we picked ammonia. Urza, Rusty. Rock, are there any weapons you want to see come out of this aside from the Qatars? Like, I know we got a couple bones. And we still have an endeavor. I don't think we're going to rotate any newbies in right now because Elena is about to become bow proficient. Urza's working on that fist and tooth, so she's got to stay in. Rusty could potentially be rotated. I like keeping him in because he's a tinker. And then Zachary's working on that axe. So we're mostly looking for proficiencies, I think. Which means, honestly, Zachary may not end up going against the butcher either. We can look into doing another weapon, or we can save and pray. Bone axes are very effective against the lion. I don't think we need bone darts since we have a Vespertine bow. So if you guys would rather see all these resources just carry over for now, I would be fine with that. Because we could end up with a massive year next year with 6 endeavors and tons of resources. That would be my vote, is to archive. Or not archive, but set it into the storage. We do need to spend one more of our endeavors. What could we do? We could always do shared experience. We could actually do shared experience with one of these newbies and get them age. I don't know. Shared experience wouldn't be terrible. If you guys have a better idea for what to spend the Endeavor on, let me know. Leatherworker, not super into that because we'd have to give up both our white fur. And I think that kind of takes away. And we couldn't build anything right now. So I would rather spend just generic stuff on it if we're going to spend anything. I can't believe how intimate. That was crazy. We are a settlement of love. So, so we actually did not build a single thing. That is correct. We spent all of our money. That love juice went a long ways. It was really, it was watered down a little bit and spread out to everybody. Sorry, we already have all our stone noses. So the last endeavor, I mean, it might as well go to shared experience if nothing else, right? Give somebody a hunt XP. I don't want to do Elena because she's going to gain a bow proficiency and start next year anyways. I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Another fist and tooth person's not a bad idea. I'm going to give somebody, I could give it to Alistair. He's deaf, though. Um, let's just give it to Aryan. That way, the first time we take them out, they could get a potential fist and tooth. Okay, so shared experience gets rid of our last endeavor. All right, everybody. That was a good session. A good year. 2 good years in a row, like you were saying, Bill. Reassuring. So, it's a great evening. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for being a part of it. We will pick up right here where we left off next week. If you're not part of the Discord, join the Discord. It's in the bio where we'll chat about what exactly our target should be this week and what should happen. Rock, the leader of our discussions. No, I'm just kidding. It was really nice to have you back, Rock. Hope everybody's week has gone well, and hope everybody's week goes well. Um, you guys take care. Appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later.